So what was the process like when you went in the portal?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's everything everyone says it is, there's a lot going on, and, you kind of just rely on the people you trust to try and end up in the best spot, and ultimately I think that happened, so we're happy we're here, and, had a great time so far. So.
Did you visit?
I did not, no.
You did not, so
no.
You just did it sight unseen?
Yeah, I mean, I had a great relationship with Coach Coop coming in out of high school, actually. So there was already some familiarity there. Coach Dillingham obviously is a great coach, and is a guy that can go win. So it was kind of an easy call from that point forward. So
9 practices in.
Did he recruit you out of high school, or how'd you know him before?
Yeah, I never actually got offered, but we talked a little bit, and so I think it ultimately ended up working out. But all our paths crossed again, and turned out like it did. So.
Did you visit any other schools? Did you visit anybody?
I did. I visited Indiana and UCLA.
Coach A.J. Cooper was saying that he recruited you out of high school too. So how surreal is it for you get recruited out of high school and then come back all these years later in college?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's pretty awesome just having that relationship already. You already kind of know what it's like over here, and then obviously just seeing the product that Arizona State's put on the field the last few years obviously speaks for itself. And then just Coach Coop, the ability to come get better, come learn from him, and just try to improve my game every day was really enticing. So
you have brothers who have played at D1, all different levels. So what was that like being around growing up, and how competitive it was?
Oh yeah, well I'm one of 5, so I got 3 brothers and 1 sister, 2 older brothers, 1 younger brother. So there was always something going on at my house, whether that was in the front yard or going to the field and throwing the ball around. Didn't even matter what sport it was. So I'd say competition and just the ability to compete is at a high in my house, and it's something that kind of shaped who I am. So
how much did it inspire you when you have older brothers?
Yes.
Yeah. So how much did they inspire you to want to get D1 and play college football as well?
Oh yeah, my 2 older brothers are, some of the greatest role models I've had in my life. My older brother Dylan, he played baseball at Cal Poly Pomona, and then my brother Jake, he plays baseball at Utah right now. So like I said, I had a chance to play with all 3 of my brothers in high school, and just seeing the way that they went about their process, and trying to always outwork them every day was what pushed me to be who I am. So I'm forever grateful for that.
9 practices into spring camp so far. How do you feel your comfort level is in this defense?
Yeah, it's getting better day by day. There's a great staff here who's always willing to, take you aside and continue to work with you every day. It's not just on the field. It's, when we're in the building and, we're covering all those little add-ons that nobody really sees. But it allows you to kind of, keep progressing every day. And like I said, Coach Coop, Coach Ward, the ability to come out here and get better every day is just what stood out to me, and it's something I'm extremely passionate about, and that's probably been my favorite part of being here so far.
How's the rapport and chemistry in that room continuing to build?
It's been awesome. The room's been great. Coach has been awesome. I think there's a good bond in there, and it's continuing to grow.
How much did you follow ASU the last 2 years? Like, were you following them a little bit because you knew Coach Coop, or not really? Because how much did you follow them and know what they were doing?
Yeah, I was playing somewhere else, so obviously that was the main focus, and trying to be the best version of myself every day. But I love college football, so you see what's going on, and it's pretty evident. This place is special, special people here, and that's what's cool about it. So
with so many brothers, how hard was it to find your own path through this endeavor through college football?
Yeah, I wouldn't say necessarily hard, just because I feel like I had an example of kind of what it looks like already, and just I had someone firsthand, and my family who's been through it. People I can count on for anything, any questions I have. So it was kind of cool that they had already lived it.
Did you take a moment to yourself when you found out NCAA leading tackler, like the most tackles in the NCAA? That's a pretty incredible accomplishment. Yeah,
it's something I'm proud of. Just knowing how hard I worked to get there. But ultimately, at the end of the day, that was last year, and the page been turned. We're in freaking a great spot now. Ability to go do some special things. So that's all the mindset is right now, and just attacking that and freaking winning the game. So
did that kind of serve as a catalyst of, okay, I believe I can compete at a powerful level, and we just step up to a new opportunity?
Yeah, I have a lot of self-confidence, so I wouldn't necessarily say it was a certain achievement or anything like that. But I feel like I can play with anybody, and that's what's special about this place too, is you got talent all around you, so you're getting pushed every day, which is awesome.
What's it been like learning from some of the guys who've been in the system a long time, like Cyrus and Martel?
Yeah, they've been awesome. Like I said, the whole group has been great and very welcoming, and I think this group really pushes each other every day too. Just within the players, not even the coaches, which I think can lead to being great. Just because there's competition with everything. It doesn't matter if it's here on the field or anywhere. I mean, there's always just guys pushing each other to get better.
Maybe your message to Sun Devil fans and what they're going to see in Owen Long this fall.
Man, it's going to be a fun year. We're going to run around, and like I said, we're here to win some games, so we're going to get it done.
What year did your brother play at Cal Poly Pomona?
He would have been, that was 2021, would have been his freshman year.
Okay, because I actually worked and covered Cal Poly Pomona before I moved here.
Really?
But that was before he was there. So.
Okay. Nah, that's
but
a
I think
small
the
world.
coach is the same.
Okay, yeah, Coach Benton.
Yep.
Awesome.
What do you want to show this coaching staff and these fellow linebackers over the last 6 spring practices to kind of position yourself for the summer?
Yeah, I mean, it's just all about getting better every day. There's a clear path. Like I said, there's so much help around here of guys just willing to get better and push you and telling you, what you can clean up and consistently work on. So